On today's episode of Watch JR Go, it's a very Ford Christmas. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and today we're back with another broken Ford. It's Eric's new work truck.
Feel it?
Oh, I feel it. So he hit me up this morning and was like, the truck's broke. And it's broke. I can feel that it's definitely missing on one cylinder, carrying one of them. Yeah. Oh! I'm hoping you guys can hear that, but it's got quite the chug to it there. But based on the idle, I don't think there's anything mechanically wrong. I'm thinking spark plug, coil pack.
Something.
Yeah.
It's got accels on it, but they could be 10 years old.
They could be really old for sure, and I don't remember. Are these individual coils, or is this like a 2-in-1 coil?
I don't think this is a 16 spark plug truck, right?
No.
I think
it's no Hemi.
individuals.
Well, I think what we need to do is hook the scanner up and run power balance. And I think it's weird that Ford took power balance away, but it was the greatest feature of all time. At least I haven't seen it on a lot of the new ones. Whoa, wow, it's gutless.
Well, I'm not putting my foot in it.
I know, but I felt it like just really.
It's smooth.
Yeah, it smooths out because the engine can carry it once it's not loaded up. But when it's loaded, it's really struggling. That was the end of our test drive. Let's go hook the scanner up to this thing and see what the truck thinks is wrong with it. So we ran in the shop, grabbed the Autel here so we can see what's going on. A check engine light did finally pop up after hours of driving it, I guess. And it's been doing it all morning. So let's take a look at what we got here. We've got the cylinder 8 misfire P0308. That's got to be our issue, although it's definitely one of the hardest ones to get to. We have this nonsense safety belt lamp circuit failure. I guess that's the light in the cluster, and then this oil pressure switch failure that might also be in the cluster. All right, let's jump over here and see if we can run some power balance action. Control unit, powertrain. Unfortunately, unlike the weird period where Ford did have power balance, that was the greatest thing that any car manufacturer had ever done, this one doesn't have it. We do have 3,822 misfires, so let's go drive this thing and see if the misfire counts increment. I guess this thing has been to the moon, right? The moon's, yeah, it's about moon mileage. That's where this truck's at. The misfires are not incrementing. It's super weird at low RPMs. It's not having any issue. Misfire City, yep. Through 844. Oh, as soon as you let off the throttle, as soon as it's not loaded up, the misfires stop. Huh, get on it again. 48. It must have misfired 5,000 times right there, but I could feel there was no power coming from the engine, but 3,853, that's where we're at now. That's a lot of misfires, and we do have misfire flag set. Misfire profile correction learned, that's an interesting one. Apparently this thing can fight and try to solve its own misfire problems. You know, if it's down one cylinder, it tries to keep running to get you home, and it's doing just that. It's driving around just fine. 3,853, 3,859.
We had a GMC that was doing this. They would idle okay.
And then...
But you give it gas and it was like, nope.
Definitely seems like coils then. Plenty of mass to keep it going.
Right now.
Yeah, oh, it's definitely on 7. That's 3,000, 4,000, there we go. It incremented all the misfires going up that hill. Coil swap it is. We're gonna do the easy thing because we don't have these Excel coils in Wichita, unfortunately. And I hate to put a mismatched set in there, but we gotta do whatever it takes to get this thing fixed. Well, it looks like you gotta take quite a bit of this truck apart to really get in here and work on this stuff. The fun thing about this is that whoever worked on this before broke all the tabs. Ooh, that's not a 6, it's a 7, isn't it? They broke all the tabs that supply power to the coils, and we need a 7mm to get the coils out. So grab me that socket and we'll keep going in here. Well, the back one was actually very secure. I had to pull really hard, but its tab's broken too. But it did come off, and hopefully we can wiggle these coils out without moving too much stuff. I already had to unhook what I assume is the MAF right there, and just to make room for me to get down to that coil. So you have to move kind of everything in this engine bay. It's such a poor design. They did not plan on maintenance. So I got the number 6 coil out. Obviously, it's not even the one we need to get out. This is supposed to be our swap coil. I realized after the fact I should have pulled a coil from this side where they're way easier to get to. Over here on the driver's side, they are a huge pain. So I've had to unhook what I assume is the math, and who knows how much more stuff we'll have to unhook just so we can get in here and get these coils out. It is an absolute pain. Let's hop in here and try to get that last 7 out in the back. You have to go under the throttle cable here. I can see it just fine, but getting to it is a nightmare. So it's all the way back here. I can touch it right there. But can I? I got the wrench on it. All right, this is gonna take a while. One bite at a time, because we don't have a 7mm ratchet wrench, and you can't really fit anything else back up in here. At least they're coarse. I will say it only takes like 5 turns to get these coarse thread screws that are into plastic. They mount into the plastic on the intake, it looks like. It's really not that much work to get these out, just because it unscrews so quickly. Give me a minute, we'll get this coil out, we'll play coil swap, and we'll go driving again. Hopefully we have a new problem cylinder. Well, we got 8 out. 8 looks pretty nasty. There's a lot of grime built up around that thing. But inside it does look okay. So let's set the screw here, and right before I send this back, let's take a look in the hole. It doesn't sound like it blew a spark plug out or anything, but let's just hop in here and be sure. All right, what do you see? Anything interesting?
Looks like a normal.
It looks pretty normal. You can see a little bit of dirt there that might be on the bottom, just right there around the very tip of it. But it's not blown out.
Yeah, you'd see
I don't see a
air mark or something.
I don't see anything black like it was blowing through the plug or anything like that. So hopefully there's no cracks. I guess we could push the button here. Push the button. My finger is on the button. All right, we'll spin this thing and we should see a spark plug here. Come on, guys. Where's it at? Well, somehow I've got this thing all the way out of the hole. Oh man, I covered the camera with dirt. That's what's happening. Apparently we found the dirt in the spark plug well right there. That is filthy. All right, we'll wipe that off. Unfortunately, we couldn't see anything out of the side camera. Swap the coils and put it back. Let's see if she moves the problem like we hope. How long did it take? 20 minutes to move 2 coils?
Yeah.
Too long. The answer is way too long. What should have been 30 seconds, 20 plus minutes because of all the junk Ford put over this. And this thing hasn't been EGR deleted. That's really the reason it's hard to work on. All the tubing's coming up from the exhaust, back into the throttle body, all that good stuff. But we've swapped it, so start it up, Eric, and let's see what we got. And I think the scanner's still hooked up, so we should even have power. Yeah, cool. All right, so we're gonna jump right in and hopefully find a new problem here. I wish in the live data it doesn't show the cylinders. We'll have to drive it and recreate the misfire. It sounds really poppy. It's missing right now. Yeah. I think it's missing. All right, so let's jump back in here. 43 misfire, 44, 45. It's misfiring at idle now. Guess what? Power balance is here and we just couldn't see it before. There we go, look at that. It's 6.
Let's go buy 1 coil.
You can very clearly see it moved. Give it a little, It's funny, you can see the truck carry 6. And then it goes back to idle, and all of a sudden the misfires start coming back. There was one on 5. Huh, it smoothed out. Yeah, I think we go to O'Reilly's and see if we can grab a coil and fix.
And I'll see if I can't order a set of. I'm a big. If it's a Ford, just motorcraft it.
Motorcraft
honestly,
everything.
just freaking motorcraft it.
All right, put it in gear and stand on the brake. Oh, look at that. The load is really the answer here, but why did it just become perfect?
I don't know.
It literally stopped misfiring on 6 right there. It became flawless.
That coil must be just
right on the edge.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
there it is. You can hear it.
Let's leave it in there because now it sounds like I have a cam.
It does.
Let's just do my exhaust.
Ghost cam. Ghost cam is always the move. All right, guys. Well, let's head on over to O'Reilly's, pick up a coil, swap 6 again. Luckily, we moved it to one of the easier cylinders to work on. Buy an air filter?
I feel like this does nothing.
You could use an air filter. That is junk.
Is that 4-inch you think or 3-inch?
That's 4-inch.
We'll see if they just have a can in there. Just whatever.
Well, they got a Spectre. Ooh-wee. You want to talk about diagnosing a problem? This should have been a standard feature on every car in the world. Power balance is the greatest thing that was ever done. It just instantly tells you where misfires are, and it's never let me down. I don't get why Ford, it seems like it disappeared in newer Fords, and of course, basically nobody else has it when it's just flawless. As we're here at O'Reilly's to grab a coil, I'm sure they'll have that in stock. It's you know, probably a pretty common failure, and they love to keep that American stuff in stock. Thanks, man. So let's get this fixed and Eric back on the road. What else you need?
I have to buy.
Oh,
I need to add a little coolant.
Coolant for the other truck. Thanks, Oscar. All right, guys, we are out of here. We got coolant for Eric's other truck, a coil for this thing. Let's rock and roll. We should have it back on the road. We will tell you about the next Ford problem shortly, where we have to tear an entire 2015 Ford down to the frame. Well, now we just have to undo everything I just did.
But just one.
You're welcome, Eric.
Thank you for working on my Ford.
This is what I do now. I'm gonna put a sign outside that says Ford service.
Yeah, how many hours do we have to just be certified Ford techs?
We are certified Ford techs. We use power balance.
Oh yeah, that was nice that you found that, 'cause that definitely.
It was in hot functions, not where it should have been under PCM active test.
It makes diagnosing this almost too easy though.
It sure does. Power balance is cheating. If everybody had it, all cars would be fixed. It's just factual. All right, guys. This is basically done. There we go. I got the screw totally out. We can swap out this old coil here. And I have decided that we're gonna fix the Focus too, because we are Ford techs. Better than the dealership. Better than the dealership, guys, because we actually get it done here. We bought everything last night. The clutch is on the way, and the tool kit's on the way. This Excel coil's out.
Master Pro.
Yeah, what are you? 2-50006.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. All right, number 6 is not that bad, I gotta say. We're done. So I'm plugging in the connector right now. That took all of 15 seconds. Make sure we get these hoses hooked up in the right order here. That's got to be that one, and that's got to be that one. Kind of annoying you have to pull these hoses. Hope I got it right. Good luck, Eric. All right, let's get out of here. It sounds better already, just from
That's its normal start.
the 2-second startup. We've got our power balance right out of the gate here, and everything looks amazing. I don't know what happened, but now 6 trends better than all the other cylinders.
Wonder why.
What's going on here?
Pretty sure I think those coils are just really old, so.
Yeah, those coils probably have been in here for years and years. Even the stickers were fully degraded. So we're gonna hit clear all here and start over with a nice fresh graph. And let's see what she looks like. I think whenever it flashes red, it thinks there might be one misfire. Red might be misfire count incrementing. See, there was one red flash. But 6 is actually trending better. And why is 8 trending really? Oh, because we need to clear the adaptations because it was trying to fix it with the misfire correction.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
But so far it's driving like it always has.
Yeah, I mean, it runs strong again. All right, let's see if I can clear everything out. Well, we've been driving this thing around for a minute, and I still have a bit of a peak on 6 and a real peak on 8, where this thing was trying to compensate for the misfires, as far as I can tell. I did go in and try everything I could to clear out any that misfire correction profile this thing says it has loaded. I assume after a few drive cycles of this thing running correctly, it'll just say, I'm happy, and go back to work the way it should. We could do a battery pull or something like that, but I know there's a way to reset that, and I just can't find it. I found it before, but it's probably been a couple of years, so I don't really remember what page that's on. I think we've got your truck back on the road, Eric. Should be ready to rock and roll.
That's what I get for letting it sit for 5 days.
It happens, you know. They don't like to be left alone. You gotta be friends with your Ford. Stay close to it. That's just life. And we know that because now his 2015, he didn't drive it for a little while. Let somebody else drive it. Now we got to pull the cab. So next on our to-do list is taking his nice new 2015 that we've been working on randomly, a tail light, a throttle body, and now it's leaking coolant from the back of one of the heads, and apparently the only real way to fix that is pull the cab. I've never pulled a cab before. I don't want to pull a cab. It always looks like a nightmare. It seems like only the diesel guys have to do that. But now us gasser guys are gonna have to do exactly that. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjericho.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. Well, it is fogging down snow. None of it's gonna stick, just like last night. Unfortunately, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a lot of snow, but our white Christmas is really just kind of wet. And we've got a really cool chart here from this engine running much better than it did before. Ford dealership, I guess we could even put up a whole sign and just start ordering trucks too. Might as well just go all the way. Ford Techs, Ford dealership.
I only got about 20 more hours. I think I'm ASE certified.
Hey.
You can't find, well, the problem is in every shop you call, you're lucky if they have one certified Ford Tech.
Hey. Oh, by Ford.
Yeah.
I don't put too much stock in ASE certification either.
Well, yeah, but like the shop that I'll usually go to if I just don't want to touch it.
I know they've got one Ford guy.
One guy that knows how to work on Ford, so your wait is forever.
That dude is a monster though. I appreciate him. It wasn't going down this hard a second ago. It's really snowing now. Well, next up, the Maserati. The Maserati was today's plan. We were gonna get the door all torn apart and get that fixed so I can stop rolling down my window to get out. I think it's actually an easy fix, it's just a lot of work. So now that Eric's truck's done, back to moving stuff for the shop and maybe getting the Maserati done.